Unreal 2025 moment. Filipino boy channels Elvis live. Golden buzzer explodes. 12-year-old Raphael Cruz had never seen a stage bigger than the one inside his church back home in Cebu. But on that cold February morning in Los Angeles, he found himself standing behind the massive star-shaped doors of America's Got Talent, gripping the mic so tightly his fingers trembled. He wasn't just here to sing, he was here for someone who couldn't be with him anymore. Back home, Raphael's father used to work late nights driving a jeepney, humming Elvis Presley songs to stay awake. His voice wasn't perfect, but to Raphael, it was the sound of comfort, of being safe, of home. Every night his father would whisper, "Anak, sing with heart, not fear." But months before audition day, an unexpected illness took him away, quietly, suddenly, leaving Raphael and his mother struggling to pay rent, let alone dream. Still, his father's voice lived inside him. When Raphael's mother found a community fundraiser that sponsored talented kids to audition abroad, she didn't hesitate. "You're going," she told him, wiping tears before he could see. "Your papa would push you onto that stage himself." And so here he was, small, anxious, with oversized borrowed shoes and a thrift store jacket, standing where millions wished to stand. As the doors opened and the blinding lights flooded in, the entire arena erupted into applause. But Raphael only heard one voice, "Sing with heart, not fear." He stepped forward. Simon Cowell leaned in thoughtfully. "Hello there. What's your name?" "Raphael," he whispered, voice cracking. "And what will you be singing?" Raphael swallowed. "A song by Elvis Presley." Simon raised an eyebrow. "That's big. You ready?" Raphael nodded, though his knees felt like water. The first soft strum of the backing track filled the room. Raphael closed his eyes, took a breath, and when he opened them, something shifted. His fear faded. His father's memory wrapped around him like a warm blanket. He began to sing. The audience froze. It wasn't just the voice of a kid. It was soul, raw, trembling, powerful enough to hush thousands. His tone had the warmth of Elvis, but the heart of a boy who had lived through grief, love, and hope all at once. People leaned forward, phones rising instantly. The judges exchanged stunned glances. Halfway through the chorus, an unexpected thing happened. Raphael noticed an elderly man in the front row. He looked frail, oxygen tank by his side, holding a handwritten sign, "For my wife, who loved Elvis." When their eyes met, the man mouthed the words, "Thank you," and Raphael's voice cracked, not from fear, but from feeling. He pushed through, singing not just for his father, but for this stranger's loss too. Every note felt like a bridge connecting hearts across the room. As he reached the final line, the arena stood, before he even finished. A thunderous standing ovation, people crying, cheering, chanting his name. Raphael lowered the mic, breathless, unsure what to do. Simon rubbed his eyes, clearing emotion he rarely showed. "Raphael, I don't know what just happened, but I can tell you this, I felt your father in that performance." Before Raphael could respond, something unbelievable happened. Judge Heidi Klum stood up, walked around the desk and said, "This isn't just talent, this is heart." She looked at Raphael. "And hearts like yours change people." Then, without another word, she slammed her hand down on the golden buzzer. It was as if the entire arena exploded. Golden confetti blasted into the air, lights flared, people screamed, and Raphael dropped to his knees, overwhelmed. The elderly man in the front row cried openly, clapping as though he were cheering for someone he'd known forever. But the moment that changed everything happened next. Raphael's mother rushed onto the stage, not to celebrate, but to pull Raphael toward the elderly man. She whispered, "Go to him. Share this moment." Raphael stepped off the stage and wrapped the man in a hug. Cameras swarmed, but neither of them cared. The man whispered, "My wife, she would have loved you. Thank you for bringing her back to me for 3 minutes." Raphael broke down, hugging him tighter. "I sang for my dad too," he said softly. The man smiled through trembling lips. Then they were both here, together. The arena fell silent, witnessing a moment so pure it didn't feel like television. It felt like humanity at its best. When Raphael returned to the stage, Simon said something that would replay across the internet for days. Talent is amazing. But kindness? Kindness is unforgettable. And today, Raphael, you reminded all of us what really matters. That night, clips of Raphael hugging the stranger flooded social media. Not because of the golden buzzer, but because kindness had gone viral. And somewhere in the quiet corners of the world, people felt a little more hopeful, a little more human.